Here is a question that sounds almost like a joke. How much does it cost to make $100? Not earn it. Not invest it. Literally manufacture it. Print it. The paper, the ink, the machinery, the security features, all of it. What does that actually cost the United States government to produce one single $100 bill? The answer is going to surprise you. And once you understand what goes into making that small rectangle of paper worth exactly $100 and not 1 cent more or less, you will never look at a banknote the same way again. Here is the part most people never think about. A $100 bill is not actually worth $100 because of what it is made of. It is worth $100 because of what it represents. And the gap between those two things, between the cost of making it and the value printed on it, is one of the most quietly extraordinary financial mechanisms in the modern world. Welcome to History Behind Simple Things. Today we are uncovering the fascinating truth behind what it actually costs to make the most recognized banknote on Earth. To understand the cost, we first need to understand what a $100 bill actually is. It is not paper. Not regular paper anyway. A standard sheet of office paper is made entirely from wood pulp. A US banknote is made from a blend of 75% cotton and 25% linen. This cotton-linen blend gives the note its distinctive feel, that slight texture, that soft crispness that you can recognize with your fingers in the dark. It also makes it far more durable than regular paper. A standard banknote can survive being washed in a pocket, folded thousands of times, and passed through hundreds of hands before it finally wears out. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the U.S. government agency that manufactures all American banknotes, orders this specialized cotton linen paper from a single contracted supplier. The paper alone costs more per sheet than ordinary printing paper by a significant margin. But that is just the beginning. The ink on a $100 bill is not ordinary ink. The green ink used on the back of the note contains metallic compounds and is mixed to a formula that the Bureau of Engraving and Printing keeps strictly classified. The color-shifting ink used on the number 100 in the bottom right corner of the front, the ink that shifts from copper to green when you tilt the note, is a sophisticated optical security feature that took years to develop and costs considerably more than standard printing ink to produce. Then there is the printing process itself. US banknotes are not printed on a standard commercial press. They go through a multi-stage process involving intaglio printing, a technique where ink is forced into engraved grooves on a metal plate and then transferred onto the paper under enormous pressure. This is what creates the raised texture you can feel when you run your finger across the portrait on the front of the note. Intaglio printing requires specialized machines, specialized plates, and highly skilled operators. It is slow, precise, and expensive compared to ordinary printing. On top of all of this, the $100 bill is the most security-loaded banknote in American history. It contains a blue 3D security ribbon woven directly into the paper, not printed on it, but embedded inside it, with tiny images of bells and 100s that shift as you tilt the note. It contains a watermark portrait of Benjamin Franklin visible when held to the light. It contains microprinting so small it cannot be reproduced by a standard photocopier. It contains a security thread embedded in the paper that glows pink under ultraviolet light. Each of these features adds to the manufacturing cost. So after all of that, the specialized paper, the classified inks, the intaglio printing, the embedded security ribbon, the watermarks, the microprinting, what does the final number look like? According to figures published by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, the cost to manufacture $100 bill is approximately 17 to 19 cents. That is it. Roughly 18 cents to produce a note worth $100. Now here is where the story gets truly fascinating. That gap, 18 cents of manufacturing cost versus $100 of face value, has a name. It is called seigniorage. Seigniorage is the profit a government makes from issuing currency. When the US government produces a $100 bill for 18 cents and puts it into circulation at face value, it captures the difference. That is roughly $99.82 of value created essentially from the act of printing. The United States government produces billions of dollars worth of currency every single year. In recent years, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing has produced over 800 million $100 bills in a single year alone. Multiply 800 million notes by roughly $99.82 of seigniorage per note and the numbers become staggering. The government generates tens of billions of dollars annually simply from the act of manufacturing and circulating currency. This seigniorage revenue goes directly back into the federal budget. And here is one final fact that puts the whole picture into perspective. Approximately 80% of all $100 bills in circulation are held outside the United States. In countries with unstable currencies, in emerging markets, in places where local money has lost its purchasing power, the American $100 bill is trusted more than the local currency. People hold it under mattresses, in safe deposit boxes, tucked into the pages of books. Which means the US government collected roughly 18 cents to produce a note that someone in another country is now holding indefinitely and may never spend back into the American economy. The manufacturing cost was paid. The value was captured. And the note just sits quietly in someone's savings, working as free financing for the United States government. So the next time you hold a $100 bill, look at it differently. You are holding 18 cents worth of cotton, linen, ink, and engineering that the entire world has agreed to treat as $100. That agreement, that trust, that collective belief in a number printed on a piece of fabric, that is the real product the government is manufacturing. The note is just the vessel. If you enjoyed discovering the surprising truth behind this simple thing, hit that like button and subscribe to History Behind Simple Things. It really helps the channel. And share your thought in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.